JD on the track. It's your boy Preacher. Yeah. Come on.
And welcome. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr. And the name of the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Folks, we got a great show coming for you today. It's All Out Thursday. And we just going to throw some topics out there today. And we're going to expound on those topics today. And I'm a proud papa today. You know, I got my son in the studio with me, the big boy, what they call the knee baby. So if you ain't got nothing to do, call a friend and let them know. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr. And the name of the show is Let the Truth Be Told. Let the truth be told. I would rather for you to hurt me with the truth than come for me with a lie. See you in a second.
When I was thirsty, I feel like Lord, peace and mercy, man, homie, when I'm feeling lonely, cause it's the truth that's shaping mold me. Truth be told, cause I'm married to it. If it ain't the truth, man, I don't wanna do it. Real love, be official. It bear forgiveness and it be sacrificial. I'm married to truth. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. Yeah. I'm married to the truth. I'm married to the truth. What? Come on. I'm married to the truth. You're always there for me, and I know that you care for me. You're always down for me. You're always there to pick me up. Just give me back when I'm talking reckless, because of times when I'm being tested. Man, I'm glad that I'm vested. Without your love, I feel so naked. Without the truth, I feel neglected. Cause at the time when things get hectic, you give me your best, and I feel protected. Back in your arms, that's where I'm headed. I'm married to truth. I'm married to the truth.
And welcome back. You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr. And the name of the show is Let the Truth Be Told. First, I want to give all praises to God and my Lord and Savior, Yahshua, that's Jesus if you don't know, for making it possible for me to be here, as well as everybody else. Let's get the show started. I'm a proud papa in the studio today. My son came to visit me from Houston, Texas, and I want him to introduce himself all the way from Houston. So what's up, baby boy?
Oh man, y'all could have gave me a little bit better weather. I thought I was gonna get some breeze or something. You know, I got exactly what I got in Houston, but just a little bit hotter. Man, just happy to be here to see you in action and see what type of brand you've built, and I'm blessed to be here. So for all you listeners, I'm Devon Brown. I'm the second youngest, nicknamed Sharky. So you might hear some Sharky, you might hear Devon. I answer to them all, but I'm just thankful to be here and had safe travel. So I'm excited to. I've been telling you I'm gonna get up here. Finally, forever, and I'm here because I'm so indecisive. I say I'm gonna buy a ticket. Then I'm like, no, I'm just gonna stay home. So, but I'm glad to be here to be in y'all presence, and I'm glad y'all welcome me with open arms.
And our co-host Cherry's in the house. What's up, baby girl?
Hey, how are you? How are you?
I'm here, girl.
So tell me how your week was. Move over. Cool. What? Tell me how your week was, Dave.
Well, every day I woke up, so I guess I was doing pretty good.
Wow. Okay, that's good.
That's the main thing.
Uh-huh.
But it's been going pretty good. You know, I've been staying busy, working, and I'm still marketing this new software with United Games that's going to allow people to interact with live sports. And if you didn't get on it, man, you missed out. But it's been a great week. What about you, Cherry?
It's been real. That's a good word for my past week or so. It's been real. A lot of clearing, which is necessary for the future. So
Now,
good and bad.
Now we're gonna go ahead on.
Divine, Sharky.
Go on, Sharky, go on.
Yeah, how was your week?
How was your
Everybody
week?
gets it.
Man, my week's been amazing. Just working and enjoying my daughter. She's growing every day, and I'm a brand new parent, so I'm learning on the fly. But it's been amazing. Just I can't complain at all. And if you do, what's it gonna change?
Well,
Right. No complaints without solutions. That's right.
well, anyway, this is All Out Thursday, y'all, man. This is a Thursday where I did not even prepare a topic to talk about, and we just gonna throw some stuff in the air, and we're gonna just start discussing it. Okay, now this morning, as I was preparing to fly in to the studio, the co-host Johnny Westmore called me, and asked me if I knew anything about Malia Obama.
Oh boy. Even I heard about that one.
Now, see, Dave is old and out of touch. Okay.
Oh, you didn't hear that one? Oh, okay.
Well, I heard that the president's daughter was on film smoking weed and twerking her body or whatever the case may be, and she
was
got
twerking
caught.
too?
Yeah, she was twerking too.
She was twerking.
And so
Really? Okay. How old is she now?
she old enough to smoke weed and twerk, so she must be. She got down the
Well,
road.
actually, there are females out there smoking weed and twerking that aren't old enough. So,
Yeah, but this is the president's daughter. That's a little bit different than that. I understand that she's a kid. She's a young teenager.
Actually, I'm glad it happened because it's proof that, individuals are doing the best you can with your children.
That's right.
And they still going to do them.
They're going to do what they want to do.
And I know that because I have 3 millennials. All of them are millennials. And they all are very independent, self-righteous, not going to tell them nothing in their own way. They're all different, but, they share that in common. They're not going to be told.
But I mean, you're the president's daughter. And
she is Malia.
No, I understand what she about Malia, but the president
You know what? I'm with you, Malia. Do you?
The president of the United States has a job. he has a job to run this country and make sure drugs and other things don't get into the country, which that's another story. But you can talk about other people, kids, smoking weed, hanging out, drinking. Now let me finish before you jump in on me. Then you can, as the president, you got a drug policy. You got all these black brothers locked up in jail for smoking weed. So you got a public image to protect. Obama, now that weed is legal. Yeah, weed is legal with the expensive medical weed.
Okay.
It's still, but people still smoking weed.
They stay in Denver?
No, they stay here in Chicago.
Okay, then it's not legal here then.
Well, if you say you got a bad back and they say that you can use weed for pain,
I really don't know.
Ain't nothing wrong with her back.
Well, we know that.
You don't know that.
Nothing wrong with her back.
Oh, the twerking. I got that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right. The twerking might be. And her laying on it, that's about the only thing.
Wow.
I had to throw that.
No, you didn't. No, you really didn't. No, you didn't.
All I'm saying
is,
ain't nobody's kid is perfect. Nobody's kid is perfect. But if you're the president of the United States and you locking people up for selling drugs and you're putting down drug programs, you're expecting for all the Americans to follow. I mean, so what kind of president are you? Now, is he gonna lock his daughter up for smoking weed? What is he gonna do to her now that he knows she's smoking weed? Is he gonna have her busted with a police buster? What's gonna happen? Because I know if that were my kid smoking weed and he got busted, it ain't just gonna be a slap on the wrist. It's gonna be some fighting out of jail and trying to pay this person off there. So what you think about that?
I mean, as far as Miss Obama, I'm glad she did it when she did it, because they only got a couple more months anyway. So, but as far as raising a child, you can only do so much. You can do everything perfect. You can do everything perfect, but children are going to make their own decisions. I mean, I was an athlete, so I feared my dad, I feared my mom, I feared my uncles, and I believed in my craft, and I wanted to be the best. So I don't smoke marijuana. Y'all might think I just don't. That's not what I do. Something else as far as Hennessy.
No, just say the word out. What did you say? Hennessy.
As far as Hennessy or something, C-Rock, as my father calls it. Yeah, I do that. I do partake in that. But as far as marijuana, I just don't do it. So that's you make your own choices in life.
True.
No,
and
what
one
you think
thing
about that, Cherry?
no, I'm glad he brought up liquor. Liquor does damage to the body.
It's the worst of all.
Marijuana doesn't.
I love you, Cherry.
And the government is the only entity that owns the patent, the one and only patent on marijuana.
Yes, they do.
Yet they use that against us. You really can't tell me anything about the law. You really can't.
Well, you know.
But liquor is legal. Let me just throw that in there too. Facts.
You know, I have a lot of friends that I know that drink alcohol. I have a lot of friends that smoke marijuana. You know, I know a bunch of people that do some other things too, that cocaine and all of that. But to me, alcohol is just a more addictive than marijuana and cocaine and heroin. And there's more people addicted to alcohol than all of those drugs put together. And so
I don't think marijuana is addictive. I really don't. That's
I mean, it has, you know, and I'm just saying I've talked to marijuana smokers. I've talked to marijuana smokers, and pretty much when you run out of weed, you just out. But I'm a proponent. You might have a little grumpy attitude or whatever the case may be. Now I've had some people that say,
different strokes for different folks.
Right. Because I have some people say, man, when I smoke weed, I ain't got none.
His mind is blowing over here.
Yeah. When I ain't got no weed, I'm a little grumpy. You know, when I smoke weed, I get hungry. I want to eat up a bunch of stuff. You know, but I have never known a marijuana smoker that when he run out of marijuana, he go out and rob somebody. It's not a drug like cocaine. But you got to have every 5 minutes. It's not a drug like heroin that when you take heroin, you know, you can't participate in nothing because you can't stay awake a good 5 or 10 minutes, you know. But alcohol is legal, and it's the most detrimental drug to your body. It destroys your liver. I mean, it can cause cancers in your body. I mean, alcohol is so addictive, man. You know, that's like Ned the Wino. Ned the Wino, man, he's throughout the week. Ned's a perfect, and Ned the Wino that I know works for the Postal Service.
Ooh, a lot of them.
He's a mailman.
Yeah.
And you know, I used to see Ned, he coming there every day. You know, he come down the block, you know, getting off work with his uniform on, you know. And I might as well go on to call his name. This is one of my neighbors, Mr. Bavard. Mr. Bavard was a sweet person. Through the week, he said, hey, Mr. Bavard, how you doing? Hey, boy, how you doing? But on the weekend, when Mr. Bavard started drinking on Friday, he was a whole different person, man. Y'all goddamn kids, get off my grass. And he'd be hollering out the window. When you walk by his house, he'd be ready to shoot somebody. He come outside, you have to try to get him back in the house because he'd be ready to fight and all like that. Alcohol is the type of drug that can change your whole persona just like all the other drugs, but it's legal. And so I don't see how they keep justifying saying.
And it kills.
What you talking about, man? I'm telling you. Yeah. Like I said, Mr. Bavard was the nicest person through the week.
He transitioned?
He transitioned. But then when he got alcohol, it's like drinking liquid courage. He only weighed like 150 pounds. Then he wanted to go out and whoop somebody that weighed 200.
But it affects people differently. Because when I, you know, had a few, I don't want to do nothing but eat and be in the company of a female.
Hallelujah.
Female. Like that's all I want to do. I don't want to fight nobody. I don't want to tear nothing up. I just want to give me some food, say hello to her, and go to sleep. That's all I want to do. So
Go sleep afterwards, right?
yeah, right. Get some Z's
Let's tell the
afterwards.
truth. The name of the show, let the truth be told.
Ooh, I
Yeah,
just
You
had a
gonna tell the
flashback.
truth, right?
you just had a flashback.
Yeah.
God.
What you
Because
flashing back?
when you said go to sleep after, oh my goodness,
I
I tell it. So
Go ahead and tell us your-
when you mentioned go to sleep afterwards, I had an incident. But
No, tell
they
me
went to
what
sleep.
incident what?
They went to sleep.
Before the action? Oh no, you no.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
His clothes and shoes should have been outside, and Tyrone should have been coming through the side door. See, I'm in the Midwest now. We got side doors up here. In Houston, we don't got side doors because we don't got basements. So you should have had Tyrone coming through the side door.
Well, I didn't have a Tyrone.
So let's get this scenario
Be
right.
curious than a mug.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
the show is that the
Let
truth be
the truth
told.
be told.
Okay,
That's
so
what they say.
you said now, so he was drinking,
Uh-huh.
and then he got to the place where he like, oh
Passed
yeah,
out.
baby, I'm effing you tonight, baby.
Boom.
Was
boom.
he
Clocked out.
Wait a minute.
Out.
Was he giving you the build up like, oh yeah, put your sexy stuff on right now?
So the real question on Let the Truth Be Told is, what happened? Like, how did you handle this?
I went to sleep well after he did.
Liar.
Liar?
So
I don't believe
No,
that.
seriously. That's
So-
what happened. Yeah.
So you were there and you were ready.
Yeah.
You was ready.
Yeah.
And you were ready.
Yeah.
And
Saddled up.
so was he giving the boast like,
I
yeah,
don't remember the lingo.
but he was definitely putting this manhood persona out there to you.
You remember you had a flashback 30 seconds ago.
Yeah. No.
Roll your
I remember what happened. He was out. And I took, it's possible.
So did
As
you
a matter
take-
of fact, paraplegics still can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Did you take liberties while he was
Yes,
out?
I did.
No.
And I went to sleep much later than he did. Yes. I can't believe I just shared that.
So
Yeah.
so that's cool because you know what?
Because I done did that before.
I done had some drunk times before too.
Oh, and you definitely can be taken advantage of.
I get you in the morning.
Yeah.
I get you in the morning.
Give you in the morning.
Fair game. I got you in the morning.
Oh, snaps. No, that's a problem.
I'm gonna take
That's
this
a
nap.
problem. That's a problem.
Let me take this
Wow.
nap real quick.
Good
I'm gonna get you in the
point.
morning.
Good point.
Look
But
at God.
that's no, that's not gonna happen. No.
Yeah.
Well, I used to
That
drink.
is a very good point, though.
I used to drink alcohol.
Another reason to drink for entertainment and not to get sloppy. Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of Indian in my bloodline.
Good point, though. That's good.
so alcohol for me,
Mhm.
I stopped drinking about 20, 25 years ago. I used to drink Crown Royal and I used to drink Heinekens. Oh, my son laughing at me. Heinekens and Coronas. I mean, I would get a case of Crown Royal on Friday, man. I'd drink a fifth before I get to the club and then drink another fifth during the club, then try to drink a fifth before I go to bed. But I started to notice the more
those days are gone.
yeah, they were gone.
Mhm.
The more alcohol that I drank, the more out of shape that I got.
Mhm.
Because if you drink a lot, then you get out of shape, then you don't want to get up the next morning because you're so hungover. I mean, you're not gonna go to the gym, and then if it's the weekend, if you miss that gym day, then you're gonna go out that night because that's what we used to do. We used to go out and party Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night was the rest night, and so I'll never forget when I quit drinking, I had drank so much I had alcohol poisoning.
What was that like?
It was horrible. And let me tell you, it was a Memorial Day about 25 years ago, and everybody would come to my house. He was little then. Everybody come to my house. I would cook up a bunch of food. People from out of town come in and everything, right? And so I knew my folks was coming in town. So I started cooking like that Friday. And I bought a case of Crown Royal, not just a fifth, a case of fifths. A box, a whole case, 24 fifths of Crown Royal. And I probably had, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 cases of any kind of beer you want. It was a big party, right? So that Friday morning I got up, I was barbecuing like 20 some slabs of ribs. So I started drinking maybe at about noon. And when I drunk that first fifth between noon and 3 o'clock. A fifth.
Mm-hmm.
But I had been cooking since 5 in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
So by the time my cousins from Omaha and them got there, they went to the box and got them a fifth, and they came back, So I was still cooking, and we finished off another fifth. Now that's almost a fifth by myself.
Okay, so tell us what the after effects were like.
The after effects was my skin pigmentation was green. I was just like green. I couldn't eat anything. I kept having the dry heaves. I was sick for like about a week. And I promised myself after I came down off feeling raunchy that I would never drink no more. And I didn't. That was just enough for me. I had alcohol poisoning, and after that was it, man. So, I quit drinking, and I started getting myself back in some kind of condition because, I know my liver was going bad because every time I would pass a little gas or something, you couldn't even stay there. You'd have to leave. I said, Lord, help me. My liver was just being burnt up, And so, but now, I'm in pretty good shape, but what I'm saying is alcohol is probably the most addictive drug out of all of them, and it's legal. People talk about the other drugs that cause people to do things, but alcohol is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think about it, and I kind of compare that to, I stay in the gym a little bit. It costs you so much money to eat healthy and so cheap to eat bad. So it's totally the government know what they're doing. I mean, I go to Whole Foods, I get 2 items, I spend $70. But I can go to HEB, that's a Texas grocery store. Which I got Osco's up here. I can go to Osco's, Jewels, or whatever it may be, and spend $100 and feel like I got a month worth
of junk.
Of junk. So it's all about how they know how to control.
We eat death to live.
Oh yeah.
But you have more fatal car crashes behind alcohol than any other drugs that is out there. And really, the sad part of it is that it's legal. If you can outlaw marijuana, and marijuana has some good usages.
Right.
I mean, marijuana is used for medicinal purposes, such as cancer patients use it to eat it, AIDS patients uses it. There's different type of like seizures and stuff where kids are able to have marijuana that can keep them calm where they won't have those seizures. But it has a lot of medicinal purposes besides just getting high that people can use. But there's only one thing that alcohol can do, and that's get you drunk.
Tear your body up.
And so for alcohol to be outlawed and be illegal the way it is, I think that it should be legal all around the board. But see, it's going to become that way. And the only reason why that marijuana has not been legalized already is because the government had not figured out a way to control it and make all the money off of it. That's why. But now the government has a way because, the United States government is the biggest growers of marijuana.
Well, if you look at Colorado's situation, every resident in Chicago got a tax break because of the sales. Every resident. Yes.
Right, in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But I'm saying that's just a whole, makeup of marijuana. It's not the government it's not about that money thing. It's more about the control thing. They're using it to keep melanated brothers oppressed.
Exactly.
I guess you can go back to the money, follow the money from A to Z, because with having all our brothers in jail, free labor.
True. And now let's talk about that. Now, excuse me, marijuana is about to be legalized for not only for medicinal purposes, but for every day. It's going to be legalized soon because
they should have done it a long time ago.
They should have.
Mm-hmm.
So my thought is now, and getting back to Malia Obama, who was getting high and twerking. Now, Mr. President, you got a reefer head in your house. So
he's a connoisseur too.
Yeah, I know he smoked weed. So and do some other things. But how do you to be the president of the United States, You got a reefer smoker in your house, but you got laws on the books that's locking black men and women up for smoking marijuana.
I saw a meme of President Obama, and it said very simply, "I want what you want." He had this look on his face like, "This ain't my problem, it's yours." You know, we haven't told him enough what we want to do. We haven't pressed the government enough. We haven't been active enough. That's the word, active.
What, to tell them what we want?
Yeah, the what is it? BLTGQ community, is that whatever? You guys know what
BLT.
whatever it is. They tell him they are very adamant about what they want. The Hispanics, they're very adamant about what they want. What else? All those other groups are very but we
well, if the president belonged to your group, I guess it's much easier to talk to him.
He's a piece of the pie. He's the face of that.
But we have to, and I love these conversations because we're so lazy as a race.
Thank you.
And it's just funny because I live in Houston, and I see how the Hispanic group, they stick together.
They stick together.
I see how the Asian group, they stick to you. They got a whole city within Houston where they got 10, 12 streets. They spend their money in their community. I used to deliver mail over there. They got their own New Year's, I forgot, is it August 1st or something? The New Year's, whatever it may be. They got their own community within the city, and they stick together. We don't do that.
But you know what? We talked about that. Was that on this show a bunch of times? We talked about the fact that, you know, black people have to learn to become a nation within a nation. You're right, son. You can go to Little Italy, and they invest into the community. They have their stores, they have their wares. I mean, everything. You go to Little Mexico, over here, the little village over here on the west side. I mean, same thing, self-contained. They invest into each other. You know, you can go up here on the north side, the Boys Town, where the whites at. I mean, same thing. Go to the same thing. The only community that is not self-contained is the black community. And that's the problem that I have, because everybody come from every other community and come to the black community and get rich.
Sell weave, Chinese food, whatever you.
It's changing though. I think the first black-owned beauty supply was in Detroit, but since then I'm constantly seeing more and more black-owned beauty supplies. It's just about being proactive. You see a problem, if it alters the way you feel, if it bothers your comfort zone, because we're all supposed to feel good. That's paramount in Ascension. So if it bothers your comfort zone, do something about it, no matter how small. Someone else will join you, and it'll expand. The whole idea of changing that problem, fixing that problem will expand as long as somebody is proactive.
Well, you know, that's talked about a lot on this show. And oh, by the way, there's a new book that's coming out. My new book coming out. We're still looking for a title for this book. I just met with the.
What's the content? What's the premise?
Yeah, the premise is solutions to the problems in the black community. And in this book is going to give you all the solutions and steps that you should take for our community and for our children to follow. Ooh. So that they can be successful.
I can help you with that. I just came up with like 3 of them in my head.
Did you?
Yeah, steps out of the dark.
See, that's what I mean.
All kinds of stuff.
So this book that I'm going to write, I'm hoping and praying that every black family gets one, because it's going to give you the layout first of where we came from, and once you figure that out, all the opportunities and all the things that black people can do to stop the violence in the community. You know, we talk about it on the show. If we owned our own things, if we owned our own banks, if we owned our own stores, I mean,
the good
it will make a huge difference.
The good part from over here is that I'm seeing all that stuff happening.
Yeah, I know, but it's true. It is happening, but we have to start to put it on a larger scale.
It just has to grow.
We have to continue to do what we're doing, continue to open doors for each other, and learn how to communicate so that we can.
I see you.
Go, Shawty.
It's so much that I'm thinking. I mean, you know, I try to support as many black businesses as I can in Houston. And if anybody knows me watching, they know I support all black businesses. But it's about when these people get these black businesses, how they treat their customers. I'll give you an example. I went to a restaurant. It was Tuesday. I said, "Oh, steak night." brand new restaurant in Houston. Everybody keeps talking about on Facebook. I get there. I'm by myself now. I get there, sit down. I know the owner, know his wife. Get there, sit down. Get my food, get my drink, everything. Waiting for my steak to come out. Go get my sides. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but a high-profile person comes into the restaurant. Now I'm in my chair. I'm already eating. He comes over to me and say, "Excuse me, can you get up? I'll place you somewhere else."
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
High profile person said this to you?
Well, no,
or the employee?
The owner.
The owner.
Well, his dad is a high profile person.
The owner's dad.
No, the owner said it to me, but the guy that he wanted me to get up for, his dad was a high profile person in the music industry. So he told me, "I need you to get up.
That was out of pocket.
I'll buy you a drink." I told him, "I'm not rich, but I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. I don't need you to buy my drink.
You want some respect."
I want some respect because I'm a type of person where if I like your services, I might come here once or twice a week.
Yeah.
And then I got over 5,000-6,000 Facebook friends. I'm gonna be spreading the word like wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally got up and told him, "Keep your drink," and I took my business elsewhere, because if that was Papados, guess what? That high profile person, they're gonna have to wait just like everybody else has to wait.
Mm-hmm.
So it's how you treat people.
How did you ever resolve that? Did you talk to someone else?
No. Matter of fact, I know the majority owner. I know him, and I know his significant other, and I actually seen them and we spoke about it. I'm just like, this is how I was treated. And trust me, it was resolved amongst them, but I was like, I'll never go back. And I've been in Houston 11 years. I know the city. It feels like I'm in Davenport. Like I know it from entertainers, singers, regular folks. So it's just the fact of he didn't want that bad word to get out. Mm-hmm. So it was like he handled it. But it's just we get these businesses and we don't know how to.
Let me give you a perfect example. They always say that black people don't treat their customers right. And that's not true. Because, I owned a restaurant for 40 years. And we were the hub of the community. We gave people credit, a credit line of credit. People could eat there for free. The whole 9 yards. It's about the service end of it. Because I always try to participate and buy black and be black. But this is the story I'm going to tell. I had a guy that owned and then I was in the Quad Cities. He owned a auto repair shop, right? And so I took my car over there to have a water pump put on it. Got the car there. Guys started working on it. Between that, my car coming in, other people coming in, he stopped and working on my car for a while, working on somebody else's car. Finally get back to my car. He put the water pump in. And he put the water pump in wrong. He didn't tighten some screws down or whatever. But got my car back, ran hot, called him up. I said, "Hey, man, something wrong with my car." The worker did. The first thing he told me was, "Oh, no, it must be something else. That wasn't wrong with my work." So, okay, all right. So I bring the car back to him, man. Worked on the car again, never fixed it right, man. I had to take my car to a white dealer to get my car fixed. And the first thing he did was he put the water pump in wrong. So I'm not saying every black dealer is like that, but I paid more money by having him to come and do it wrong instead of spending money for him trying to fix it. Then if I had went to the white people first, they would have did it. And I'm not saying there wouldn't have been a black business that could have did it, but they would have did it and guaranteed to work, and I would have had those problems. So sometimes in business, we are our own worst enemy because we quick to burn each other. Yeah. And so that's part of the problem. The stigma with black business is that we don't conduct businesses in a proper manner.
But that starts from childhood.
I was thinking it's a
because
problem.
It's I was fortunate to see both sides of the field. I got to definitely see you be an entrepreneur and be successful at a young age. And then with my aunt and uncle, I got to see a whole nother. So I was like a good bowl of gumbo.
Yeah.
So now, because it's funny, because I was sitting at work with some coworkers the other day, and the majority of my coworkers are white. And so I'm out of 90 reps, I'm probably one of the top 6 in the whole city of Houston. And they were like, so Devon, what are you doing with your money? And they didn't expect this answer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my dad always told me, you need to learn how to save, you need to do this. I got stock. I bought stock in the Comcast.
You picked the right company, yeah.
Have a CD.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have so many multiple options to where if anything happens to me, my daughter wants for nothing.
Exactly.
But I want, because I know I can lose my job tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be able to say, okay, you know what, man, I got 70 grand. I'm good.
Good reserve.
I'll find another job. But the other African-American guys on my job are like, what's stock? What's 401? I mean, they know what 401k is, but they haven't really sit down and looked into it because let's just be honest here, in the African-American community, you have a lot of single-parent homes. You don't have
a money mentality.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have that leadership to say, this is what you do. This is how you do it. Save you some money. This is what you need to look into. This is how you need to invest. And it's kind of like, so then when they get a little bit of money and a little good credit and they get a business, they don't know the first thing of how to run a business. But it just didn't happen when they opened a business. It happened from the start.
Well, and the reason why I showed my kids how to be successful. I didn't hide nothing from them. You know, when I was in corporate America and I came home and I was frustrated and pissed off because I was being discriminated against, I sat down and I talked to my kids and I explained to them why I was upset. And I explained to them the steps that I was going to take to rectify it. You know what I'm saying? And so, because I was brought up at a table to where my mom and dad got their paychecks. They set us down. We had dinner at the dinner. I would see my mom and dad sit down and split the money for bills. I mean, they did this in front of us so that we would know how to handle money and maintain our households when we got to be adults. So I did the same thing with my kids, man. I came home, I showed them, I said, hey, you know, you make some money. Always save some money out of the check. Always treat yourself to something nice, you know what I'm saying? But you got to keep that rainy day, because if something happens, you know, you living paycheck to paycheck is what a lot of folks are doing right now.
And a lot of that is from commercialism. You know,
Right,
what's important to us are you know,
the cars, the clothes, the good times,
Gucci and
but you can't get that if you can't go in your bank account and say, I can afford to spend $3,000 on this one item and all my bills are paid and I'm still good.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get that.
But that's not the mentality,
right?
That we
because
have.
it's the
and
world.
And that goes back
in,
to what we were talking about
hip-hop.
before the show. Follow the money from A to Z.
Right.
You know?
Let me tell you a secret of what my father told me, and it's so true. In the Black community, because of our mindset, we're like peacocks. We always want to be on the outer surface. We want to look good, you know. Let's take for instance, you get a young person today, he spent $300 for his gym shoes, $200 for his pants, maybe $80 and $90 for a shirt, $400 or $500 for a watch.
Man, I think he's talking about me.
And all these expensive things.
Mm-hmm. But it's
and
okay
let me finish.
if you can afford it.
But that's what I'm saying. And got $100 in his pocket and his bills ain't paid.
Mentality. See, that's
the mentality.
That goes back. See, now what if, like I was saying earlier off the air, what if money were no issue? It's a mentality that we're lacking in, that we need to fix. We need to strengthen, you know, because who knows what, you know, the God, our source can do anything. There could be a day when we don't have those financial constraints. And you know what? If that should ever happen, we're still stuck with this crab mentality. Then what?
To pull each other down.
Because that's the real problem.
Well, and that's the thing. You know, I'm referring back to the book. What we're talking about now, these are some of the things that's going to be in this book, and we're going to have solutions for those type of
Give me
things.
one.
Just like what my son just said. We're going to lay something, we're going to have a chapter out understanding how to use money as a tool, how to use it, what you can do with it, how you can invest with it, what are the things that you can benefit
how
from
to
it.
treat other people in general.
When you got
so
it.
that when you are a boss, entrepreneur, you'll know how to treat customers the same way.
So, but this book is going to be a handbook on how to be successful. That's why I'm going to write this book.
Success is more than money.
Oh yeah, money is just a tool. It's just a tool to be used. Just like they say, the root of all evil. No, for the love of money is the root of all evil. I don't say that because for the love of a woman is the root of all evil.
Yeah,
Really?
agreed. Yes, Lord.
For the
Are you
love of a
serious
woman
right now?
is the root of all evil.
Please explain.
Yeah.
Now let me give you some
Let me
groundwork.
breathe. Woosah.
What you gonna lose out for?
Because that's really not
Let's
a good statement. But
Oh
please
well,
explain.
I'm glad you're here, and we're glad
Explain. I need an explanation.
70% of a man's downfall is
a woman.
a
No,
woman.
that's not true.
No, that's true.
No,
Not
it
true.
isn't.
It is.
No, it isn't.
No,
Can
it's
I-
more
can
than
I at
that.
least tell
It's
you?
like about 90%.
Can I-
90%.
Can I at least tell you why I think
Go
that's
ahead.
not true? It's, that whatever percentage you want to put on it
95.
is because men don't relate to women the way they should. So what they get is a reaction to how they were related to.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Explain to me how.
Well, I can
what you
kinda
mean by
see that.
relate?
I can kind of
It's the
see that.
truth.
Explain to me how you mean relate to a woman.
You know how people mirror what they get back. You know, if you give me this, I'm going to mirror it back to you. Like the way you were talking about some guy would speak to his woman about being on the phone all the time.
Oh.
So that is mirrored back to you. That's what you bring to the table. That's what you're going to get back.
No, and the reason why I say for the love of woman to the root of all evil, let me clarify first. Now, for all y'all women out there listening, now we got a topic to talk about. Now listen, Adam and Eve was in the Garden of Eden. Now, there was no money there. There was no drugs there. There was nothing. And God said to Adam and Eve, you got this whole garden and everything that you want. Just don't eat off this tree. Right? Is that true? That's what the book said.
Me, if that's true.
Oh, well, because I sure
I
believe in the Bible
understand.
talk. Anyway, in the Bible said that, they gave them dominion and animals and everything else. Okay, so why is it, and it wasn't no money, had nothing to do with this. Why is it that, let me finish now. Why is it? Now, Adam knew, because God told him, because he was a man, don't eat off this tree. So Eve, who was mischief.
Wow, like you were there. Go ahead.
Eve, who was mischief,
and
listening to the serpent, supposedly listening to the serpent, and the serpent told Eve that, well, God don't know what he's talking about. He don't want you to be a God like him, but you eat off this tree right here, and you'll become a God, just like God, right? So the woman, the female, ate the apple, and her eyes was open, and she became a God, because we are made in God's image. Okay, so now Adam comes along, knowing perfectly what God said, the creator of all things. Adam, don't eat off this tree. Now Adam knew better. Eve knew better too. But since Eve ate off the tree, she persuaded Adam.
So he was weak.
No, wait a minute,
Oh, yeah.
wait a minute.
I mean, we state
okay,
facts,
but wait a minute,
right?
wait.
Okay.
The facts is, and you're right, he was weak, because if it had been me, she'd got kicked out of the garden by her damn self.
Saying, okay,
But wait a minute. My point is this. He was weak, and he ate off that apple. And why did he eat off that apple? Because he had got a taste of honey, and he knew that his honey was about to be kicked out of the Garden of Eden for disobeying God. So Adam knew better and
You're
ate.
adding to the story. But
But Adam knew better.
He's writing his own Bible. He
Yeah.
like
Adam
those
knew-
white people that read. He gonna write his own damn scriptures.
That's gonna be the name of the new book right there.
My Bible.
But you know what? Adam
Everybody
knew
else got
better.
one.
Adam knew better, but because he was about to be thrown out the garden, He did not want her to leave, and he did not want the pudding to be gone that he got used to. So guess what he did?
And that's what has taken place through the years.
Guess what he did?
Right there, prime example.
Guess what he did?
What did he do?
He ate that apple knowing he wasn't supposed to. And then, well, wait a minute, then when God was looking for them, and then he was like, where y'all at?
Over in the bush smoking.
Said we no, they wasn't smoking, but they were doing something in the bushes.
We don't know. I wasn't there.
So God was like, where y'all at? Why y'all got them things around there? Oh, because we naked. He said, you ate off the tree, right? He said, yeah. He said, God, it's this woman that made me eat off the tree. He said, Adam,
and that's
no.
where you went wrong. If you had it, if anyway.
But anyway,
Adam,
my point is,
admit it and it's over. Clear it, admit it.
The point, and you making my point, that
you
women know how to make men so weak.
That's not true.
That they will do anything that they have for them to do. What do you think, Sharky?
Number one, I'm not that weak.
Thank you.
Okay. No, but every
hold
man,
on.
go ahead.
We read at least once a week, or let's say once a month. If I can't have you, nobody can have you. So I'm gonna kill you and I'm gonna kill myself. How many times do you read that on the internet or in the news about a man doing that? I don't want no woman to love me that much to where you feel
vice versa.
You got to
vice
kill.
versa.
I know. Listen, leave me.
And I've gone through that when I wanted to remove myself from my situation years ago, and I was told you'll die first.
But the thing of it is let's stay focused on the real deal right now.
The real deal is that women ain't nothing.
No, I'm not saying that.
That's what you said. What's the real deal?
The real deal is, for the love of a woman is
Lies.
the root of all evil.
And that's a weak,
because
punk ass way to
wars.
Blaming somebody else.
No. I ain't saying nothing. All I'm saying is wars have been fought about regarding women.
No, money.
Look, no. Samson and Delilah. Samson loved Delilah, and guess what? She told his secret and cut his hair off. He disobeyed God, and he suffered.
You know what?
David and Bathsheba. The story of King David and Bathsheba. Okay, King David fell in love with another man's wife, and he sent that man's to the front line to be killed so he could take his wife. I'm just saying, these things right here.
Are instances.
No, but they prove.
You're making it a blanket statement.
No, I'm not.
Individual instances.
For the love of a woman, it's the root.
Never threatened a woman.
For the love of a woman, it's the root of all evil. So money is not it.
No, I never have.
Individual instances.
But
not a blanket situation.
but when I wake up, when I go to the mall, when I go to the barbershop, I get fly to look good for women.
That's it.
And I might not even know you, but when I step out that house, I want every woman to look at me.
That's what you want.
But I'm saying I do it. I mean, I do it for myself, but I also be like, oh, I want this.
I'm glad you said that, because most women do all of that for themselves, and men think that we're doing it for you.
But you know what? Everything that is done, everything that a man
do. Your world again. We in separate worlds.
No. You tell me right. Everything that a man do is based upon him finding a woman.
Car, clothes.
Wait a minute.
Shoes.
When power.
Right, I'm glad you said that. Can I cut in right here? When you were telling your story about the Adam and Eve and the other people in the Bible, whatever, the whole core of that is power over others. Yeah. But even with the she made me do that type of thing you just said about the apple.
But
that's power over others.
But my point.
Let me throw in here, because it's important to everything that's going on right now. In this ascension, in this battle between light and dark that we are in,
for the love of a woman,
we are in.
It's the root of all evil.
But we are in. What was that last one?
I said, for the love of a woman, it's the root of all evil. And let me explain why I say that. Everything that a man do,
that you should run from.
Everything that a man do is to get a woman. If a man becomes a millionaire, if he can make all the money in the world, and guess what? When he get all that money, guess what he gonna do?
That's on him. That's an individual.
What is he gonna do when he get the money?
He gonna. You think he arrogant? He gonna be arrogant. He gonna flaunt it. He gonna do everything he do for it. He gonna get a brand new wardrobe. He gonna go get a Benz, a BMW, or a big old house, jewelry, because he want to look. He want to have all the women. All of them.
There you go.
all of them.
You know, there
Not
you
one
go.
or two.
There you
When I
go.
walk in the club, I want all eyes on me like Tupac.
Wow. Again, that's
But-
that still goes back to power over others and a mentality.
Even
that's real screwed up.
even
Now, I would probably do all of that. And
even
I'm
a
gonna be honest,
man.
I will do all of that because eventually, we're all gonna prosper. However, I'm doing it for me because I could care less about.
But men do it, and you know it too,
Real
Sherry.
talk.
You know it too. This, like you said, this real talk. Everything men do,
That's on y'all.
they
You
do. They
blaming
doing
us.
it. No, I ain't blaming y'all.
Yeah.
Some men are blaming y'all.
But
Yeah,
they
Some men
they
are blaming
they
y'all.
do it. They do it for look. Anytime when a brother go out here and he buy a brand new car, he gonna buy a brand new car. He gonna get his duds and stuff. And guess what? He going right to the club and he want to look good.
I'm parking in the front.
Right. And he want all the women when he come up there to see him getting out that new Lamborghini.
That quality gonna be jacked up, but that's
Huh?
you. You know what I'm saying?
But my point is, he's doing it to attract a female.
He's doing it to attract a certain type of female.
But it still don't matter what type she is. At the
No, it
end of the day, they're gonna be
Yeah, I
bumping
mean-
gums.
They're gonna be what?
They gonna bumping gums.
Right, but if that's what you desire, I mean, I desire I'm a higher quality of person, in
But
my
this still,
space.
but no matter if it's a high quality woman
That's
or a
true.
low quality
A
woman,
high quality woman not really gonna.
it's still a woman.
It's not gonna step to that. I'm sorry, it's not.
But
Gonna
some
happen.
woman gonna step to it,
and it's not gonna be
If
high
it's
quality.
low, high definition.
or what?
Y'all don't
digital,
care, right?
analog- No.
But you're basically saying you don't care.
No,
You just want the women. You don't care about the
just
quality.
depends on where you at in your life.
Right.
Like now,
Okay.
I need some substance in my life.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Like-
okay.
10 years ago,
Yeah, you the went for that.
look, I'm like, hey, girl, look.
You used to.
Let me text you this address. You
Damn.
gotta be gone by 2 in the morning. You
Nah.
can't spend the night.
Now,
See?
see, when I was a young man, I called it the 3F policy:
Uh-huh.
find them, F them, and forget them.
Uh-huh. And that now, that's the way you coming at them. Hold on, that's the way you coming at them. So that's what you present,
That's what you gonna do.
and that's what you're gonna get back.
What you know what? See, being an
And you don't
independent,
care.
that's right. Cause being the
And
independent
that's okay.
man,
That's okay.
being independent. Back in my day when I was like that, I changed women like I changed draws, because I mean that's why I was that. I mean I wasn't committed. I wasn't doing nothing. I had whatever woman I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted, anytime I wanted.
Mhm.
But just like my son said, as you get older in your life, that starts to change, and you start to look for substance. But my point again still is this: the woman is the root of all evil.
To
Because I don't care. I don't care
Some
what a
low
man do.
quality
All-
that take anything type of
I
man.
don't care. I don't care. Out there on Facebook Live, all y'all brothers know
I forgot that was on here.
everything that y'all do, the cars, the money, the power, the drink, whatever it is, you do it. And at the end of the day, you doing it to catch what?
A woman.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So
Good example though, but that power over others, I would like to reiterate, is very, very important because of what we're going through right now. And power over others is what we're battling against this government too. Power over others. Just think about it.
but
That's what it is.
we do.
because
We
we
do.
live in a free will society, and if I have power over you, I'm going to tell you what to believe, tell you what to think.
If you allow it.
And you're going to contribute to your own enslavement, which is what's going on.
Oh, see that? See, did you just hear what that woman said?
Man, we about to wrap this up.
She
It's
said
getting
your
deep now.
own enslavement.
Your own.
Because I don't care what woman it is. At some point in any relationship, a woman is going to try to mold a man to be the man,
That's not
how
true.
she want him to
That's
be.
not true. That's not true. And I'm a witness. That's not true.
It is true in some
No.
instances.
It is
Some
true.
instances.
It is.
Thank you.
Some
I
instances.
agree with that. Some instances.
I don't care.
But you're not gonna
But
say
I don't care what woman
that's a
woman
lie.
it is.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not a
Yeah,
liar.
You're lying.
I don't care what woman it is.
You're
Women
lying.
women can
You're
be
beyond mistaken now.
women
You're
can
lying.
be in relationships with a man, and she have her own
That's
idea.
because you.
No. That's not what I'm saying. It's okay. Just like I'm gonna give my mom and daddy been married for over 60 years. And you know what my mama said? I finally got him
He
under
allowed
control.
it. Free will.
But every woman in any
Not
relationship
true.
is
That's
going to
not
want to
true.
change her
You gonna
man.
tell me how I am now?
but that might be you. But
No.
the majority
No,
of the
it's
women
not.
want to mold a man to be what they
That's
want
a
him to
lie. That is a blatant lie that you spread.
be. I'm not saying it.
You are. You know the type of tactics
But I
you
love
be
this.
going by.
It's okay.
No, you're not gonna sit here and say every woman, and I'm gonna
But
sit
anyway,
here and let you say that. No.
But anyway, for the love of a woman is the root of all evil.
Lie.
We got to get out of here. Sharky, your last words before we go.
Man, yeah, the show.
Wasted the show on that.
Earl on the side.
I'm taking over a whole show. For real.
Y'all have a good weekend.
We had fun. Share your last words.
That is so not true. Do not, and please don't teach these young men that. Oh my God, that's what's wrong with
Okay, now,
if you want to.
my last words is this. First of all, folks, if you have a problem and you need the Living and Driving While Black Foundation, you can call us. It's 998-1207. Our website is www.livinganddragingwhileblack.
He worse than Diddy.
These is my last
what's wrong.
words.
That's what's wrong.
Brothers, y'all young brothers out there, go make you some money, build your empire, and find you a woman. 'Cause that's what you're gonna do.
A woman. See, you saying it like we property too.
Boy, I hit it. I hit her good. But folks, it's been a great show. We gotta run. Y'all have a great weekend. We gonna take.
He don't get closing words.
We gonna take this up next week. We gonna the next
I want
week.
Sharky's closing words.
I'll call in next week.
Next week we're gonna do the
You
show.
agree with him too.
You're listening to IntellectualRadio.com. I'm your host, David L. Lowry Jr. I enjoyed my son being here. Enjoyed you, Cherry, again. And y'all folks, have a great weekend. God bless you, and peace.
You're always there for me.
Yeah, for me.
And I know that
I know that.
you care for me.
Yeah, for me.
You're always down for me.
Down for me.
You're always there to be.